Located in Savannah's historic city market, the American Prohibition Museum is the only museum in the United States dedicated entirely to the history of Prohibition. In a city filled with historic homes, beautiful squares, and centuries of stories, it was one of those unexpected stops that quickly became one of our favorite discoveries. The museum walks visitors through the rise of the temperance movement, the passage of the 18th Amendment, and the years when America supposedly went dry. Of course, as the exhibits make clear, Americans didn't exactly stop drinking. Instead, alcohol moved behind hidden doors into underground speakeasies and into the hands of bootleggers, moonshiners, and organized crime figures who were more than happy to keep the drinks flowing. The displays are immersive without feeling overly staged, with vintage vehicles, recreated storefronts, period advertisements, and costume figures helping tell the story. There is plenty of history here, but the museum also understands that Prohibition was filled with larger-than-life characters, strange contradictions, and more than a little rebellion. The experience ends appropriately at Congress Street Up, the museum's work in 1920s-style speakeasy. After spending the afternoon learning about the people who tried to stop Americans from drinking, it only seemed fair that Jen and I sit down and order a couple cocktails. I went with the Chatham Artillery Punch, a potent Savannah classic inspired by recipes dating from the late 1700s through the mid-1800s. Made with bourbon, rum, brandy, lemon, sugar, and sparkling wine, it was a kind of drink that tastes festive and approachable right up until all those spirits began introducing themselves. Jen chose the Jack Rose, a cocktail classic dating to the late 1800s, made with applejack brandy, grenadine, and lime. It was bright, slightly tart, and a little easier to handle than the artillery fire happening in my glass. Congress Street Up was more than simply a place to grab a drink at the end of the tour. Sitting inside the dimly lit speakeasy with two historic cocktails in front of us helped complete the story. Prohibition may have attempted to change the way Americans drink, but it also helped create the secretive bars, inventive cocktails, and rebellious drinking culture that continue to fascinate us more than a century later.
Times was hard back then. They had to do it. They had to make moonshine to make ends meet. This is the way of life. This is just a family heritage and a tradition. Then Prohibition started. Prohibition says you can't make alcohol, no way. Legal or illegal. All the city saloons closed, all the business. You cannot buy, drink, sell alcohol nowhere. Well, guess what? That was great for the moonshiners. Our business is booming here. That took off like crazy. I've been working this deal day and night. You see that barrel of mash right there? It's about ready to run. I'm gonna put it in that steel right there, get that fire just right. This thump will go to thump. That creek water comes down right there and hits that copper coal. Should come out of there 120 proof. Well, that's looking good right there, but I tell you what, if you get caught with that 120 proof, you pay a fine. You get caught making that moonshine with that steel right there, you go to jail. I better cut this light.